Shalom, shalom. Alright, shalom. Alright, before I begin, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakhan Hadash, and double honor to some other apostles, great millstone, and peace and salutations to hopeful members of the elect, the Bakharim, the house of David, that's been preordained, predestined, to be delivered these last times, and to be the ruling governing body, Nation Yasha'Allah. Alright, I'm here once again, preach the downfall of America, alright, aka Babylon the Great, to call the hopeful members the elect. Alright, we're the true Hebrew Israelites, alright, which consists of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you can't see, the sign, let me just move up just a little closer. Alright. That's who you are, alright, according to the Bible, our true nationality, okay? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true biblical Israelites. Alright? And we have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth as well. So, you're going to have Israelites looking like other nations. You see? But we're God's chosen people, though. Alright? And we at the end, this devil is about to crash this place, trying to implement his new world order. Alright? And you can see the stage is being set, man. Okay? Hey, recently what's been happening is what? Mass shootings, man. Mass shootings everywhere. Alright? So let me get Amos. We had that shooter in Maine, alright, which that could have been set up. Okay? The thing is, they knew that dude, he was military, and he even said what he was gonna do. And they still let that guy go. They still, didn't try to put him in jail. Alright, arrest him. Alright, he told him what he was going to do. Okay, but that Maine shooter, that state of Maine. Alright, that's why I mean when I say Maine. Alright, the state of Maine. That Maine shooter. Alright, ex-military. Alright, he could have been set up because all in all, this devil wants to have a plan, a false flag attack to take away the guns. Alright. But hey, mass shootings have been happening everywhere, man. It was another not mass shooting, but another shooting out here where I'm at, all right, in San Diego, just down the street over there. All right, you had a shooting at Novo, which was crazy because I was supposed to go there. It's like a bar and grill. I was gonna go there and get some chicken on Saturday, all right, but it was a shooting. Like, I'm walking up there, okay, I was gonna go somewhere else actually, but I'm walking up there, there's police, blockades, news is out. I'm like, what happened? I'm asking bystanders. They told me it was a shooting, So, yeah, man, another one in Cajon. And you had one in Indiana. All right, people, a family dead in North Carolina in their own home. So, hey, judgment is being sent out. These spirits of vengeance is being sent out. All right, the spirit of vengeance. All right, this Amos 3 verse 6. And it says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? And the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it?" Right. So hey, evil is being stirred up, Evil is being sent out, man. Alright? You see? And you people fail to realize, especially you Christians, that the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, and through his only begotten Son, alright, they're the ones that create the evil. Isaiah 45 and 7. Right? But evil is being stirred up, man. Evil is being sent out because this is a wicked world, and judgment is being sent out. All right. So the Lord has judged this place, man, by sending out evil. Isaiah 45, verse 7. "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." Right? You see? So hey, the Lord creates peace. He creates good, he creates evil as well. Because hey, all evil meaning really is, break down the word, Eve, time, and ill meaning bad. So he will send a bad time to you. Alright? That's all really what the word means. Evil. Alright? You see? But let's continue on. Alright? Hey, the prophets out here telling you, all right, what's to come, all the evil, the judgment. Because hey, this is Esau's kingdom, man, and it's gonna fall. All right, it's gonna fall, man. Okay, she had to go that way. Yeah, take your ass that way. This is Jeremiah. Chapter 49, verse. Oh, my bad. Jeremiah 28, verse 8. All right, Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It reads, "The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, and of war and of evil and of pestilence." Right. You see, and that's the time we're living in now. The same thing. The prophets of old, all right, are back today because you come back in your same lot. All right. The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So if you were a prophet in the ancient days, in the time before, all right, you're gonna come back as a prophet again. All right, like the Lord told Jeremiah real quick, because there is a thing called reincarnation as well. All right, and the Lord chooses who is going to be his prophets. The Lord chooses who's going to be his chosen out of the chosen, the elect. All right, because if you man of the Lord, a prophet of the Lord, that means you are part of the elect. All right, Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." Right. So, hey, the Lord chooses, your lot for you. All right, predestination, man. Okay, so again, if you were a prophet in the ancient days, all right, you're going to be a prophet again these times. All right. If you were a wicked person in the ancient days, all right, or whenever your past life was, okay, you're gonna come back in that same lot, See, that reincarnation is biblical, man. All right, it's real. You can't skip nations. So if you were Edomite in your past life, guess what? You're Edomite in this life, which Esau Edom is a so-called white man, all right, the self-proclaimed white man, which they're not white. All right, that was a social construct created in 1685, all right, in West Virginia, giving credit to Elder Malcolm for always going into that. And they created black as well, because that's a play on words, Black meaning evil, dark, ugly, bad, all right, white meaning purity, good, which is true. But they're not white, so-called white people are really like red, all right, pale, lack of melanin, or no melanin at all. All right. But it says, going back to Jeremiah 28, verse 8, "The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence." So, hey, that's what's coming. All right. That's already here, really. All right. But it's going to amplify, See? Why? Because we're at the end. We're at the end of this man's kingdom. All right. We're at the end of the world, which when it's talking about the end of the world, it's not saying the end of the literal earth, because Ecclesiastes says how the earth is going to abide forever, but it's talking about an age, all right, a kingdom, a rulership, and whose kingdom are we in? Esau Edom, all right. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?" See? So when is the end going to come of this kingdom, of this age, of this rulership, and then then the beginning of our kingdom? All right? That's going to last forever. The kingdom of Yahushua. You see? And he said to me, now this is the angel talking, all right? "From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau," right? And that lets you know that this whole story is all centered around Jacob and Esau, good versus evil. Again, the Lord said he created good and evil. Well, you can link that up to Jacob and Esau as well. The Israelites are the good, and Esau, Edom's the evil. All right, and the Lord used Esau as a sword to push out evil throughout the earth, man. All right, where do you think all these chemtrails come from? You know, all these calamities, all these diseases. All right, all this came from Esau, Edom, man. How these women are, how these demonic people are, how these bad kids. All right, all that is come from Esau. The LGBT, the animals, literally dying in the ocean because the water is so toxic. Whales beaching themselves. All these fires. You see what happened to Hawaii. All right, all these earthquakes. All that has come from Esau, Edom. Ultimately, the Most High, Yahweh, but he used Esau as a sword. All right. There's a lot of these earthquakes because it's from Esau's heart machine, man. But the Most High gave Esau, Edom that technology. You see. It says, and hey, spiritually, we got our hand held on Esau today. You know, our hand on Esau's heel today. Because we pulling his kingdom down spiritually through his word. When the prophets came back on the scene, all right, starting with Abba Bivens, that's fulfilling Malachi, the 4th chapter. All right, when we got our heritage back, you know, also fulfilling Ezekiel 37. All right, 3 days and a half, Revelation, the 11th chapter. That 3 days and a half is what? From 1619 to 1969, so 350 years when we woke back up. All right, starting with Abba Bivens, we got our heritage back, you know, because we were in a spiritual dead state. All right, we go into Ezekiel 37. All right, but we got our heritage back, you know. We got the breath, the wisdom, the sinews on our skin, you know, the skin. All right. So hey, that's when Esau's kingdom started to fall. Really, going to the 1970s. All right, that's when the economy started to fall. You know, just gradually. But now you looking at it like now it's really falling. All these banks closing, people doing bank runs. All right, one top, elite. All right, pulled out like millions out of J.P. Morgan. Okay, that's letting you know that hey, these banks are about to close down because they got a new system coming in. All right, UBI, the Universal Basic Income, right? They want to issue that out, implement that out, implement that in this system, and they're already doing it gradually. All right, they're already doing it gradually. Okay, they're actually doing a test run on a native reservation in Washington State. You know, they're setting up the whole UBI, Universal Basic Income. It's basically like, everyone gets a certain amount of incentive each month. All right, like the EBT, for example. Just to name an example. Everyone gets like a certain amount automatically. Well, that's how everyone's going to get paid. All right, but that's gradualism because it's going what? It's going further, issue out into that shit, man. Or the sea hip. All right. Because, hey, that's what these elites want to do, man. All right, they want to implement that chip, chip the masses. All right, that's his old MO. Esau Edom. All right, but anyways, let's go back to 2nd Esdras 15, verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed." Right, so Esau is the end of the world. Again, it's not talking about the earth blowing up. The earth just collapsing. You see on TikTok, they'll say some crazy shit like that. Which you gotta take that with a grain of salt. You going on TikToks, man. I heard some crazy shit. I'm like, okay, it's bugged out. But it's talking about a certain rulership, kingdom. The end of a certain age. It's the kingdom of Esau Edom. All right. It's ultimately, he was blessed by Isaac, which that was how shot. All right, to what? To have the fatness of the earth, rulership, man. But his brother Jacob, us, we got blessed as well. We got really the blessing and the birthright to rule, all right, forever. Okay, so it was like a fight between rulership. Esau ruled. Well, first we ruled, all right, King David and King Solomon. Okay, and Esau came as the Greeks. You see, and then he came back as the Romans. And it's the Roman Empire, revived all over again, all right? You see? Because after the Roman Empire fell, then you had something called the Holy Roman Empire, all right, or the Byzantine Empire, okay, which that was broken into different sections, all right, the West Roman Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire, okay, but the Byzantine Empire is when Israelites were ruling. Jacob, took over, all right, starting with Constantine, okay, 325 AD, all the way to the late 1300s, going to the Renaissance. That's when Esau came back into power. All right, that's when his age started to manifest again, or his rulership. Now we at the decline of this place, and you can truly see it now. You can truly see it. All right, all these, what the Lord said was going to happen: earthquakes, pestilence, war. All right, like the prophet said that was going to happen. Now you got what? War, which, hey, this war is the most important war that's going on in Israel and Hamas. All right, with them Palestinians dying over there, man. All right, you got Israel, them Israelis killing like 8,000 people, man. 3,000 children dead. All right, which, hey, them Israelis is booties, man, because they've been bombing those Palestinians, man, since 1948. All right, but that's neither they land though, even them Palestinians. But I feel for them because I'm like, dang, like, hey, they was there, all right, and here comes Amalek, blowing them up, all right, being a bully, how they always are. Because Amalek is the worst of Esau Edom. But it says what? How the least of the flock shall draw them out. Let me get that scripture actually. Okay? Let me get that real quick. Because now you got this dude, Netanyahu, all right? He was just talking to, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, whenever, but he was just talking recently, all right, during the press conference. They were asking him, can you cease fire? Can you just, because, man, they literally blowing them Palestinians up, man, killing them. 8,000 people dead. All right? And he said, no, we're not going to cease fire. All right? And these other nations need to decide where they stand. And you got, Sleepy Joe. All right? He's already sending troops over there, American troops. Hey, a draft is going to come soon. All right, that lets you know a draft is gonna come soon. Okay, but yeah, this dude Netanyahu, man, that's a real devil for you, man. You can just look at his eyes and tell like he's a real Amalekite, like real evil, like real cold-hearted. You can just look at him and be like, yeah, he will blow up your whole family, not feel one thing about it, and go eat a steak dinners, the next hour. All right, Jeremiah 50 verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. All right, and the least of the flock is those Amalekites. All right, those so-called Israelis, which they're not the real people of Israel. All right, they're not the real Israelites. All right, they're imposters. Okay, it says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right, so hey, the least of the flock shall draw them out to what? To Armageddon. All right, you break down that word Armageddon, the valley of troops, to World War III. All right, because now they're trying to link, they're trying to link Iran has something to do with this whole Hamas invasion. All right, and once they touch Iran, that's it, man. Because then what's going to come next? Russia. Russia's going to be a guard to these nations. Hey, Ezekiel, we get it. All right? Ezekiel 38 verse. Let me get to a point. All right? I'll start at verse 1 actually. The word of the Lord came up to me saying, Son of man, set thy face against God in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus said the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back. Right, the Lord is against these, them Russians, because they're Edomites. All right, which the true Russians are Japhetic. They took their identity. That's what Esau does. Rape, rob, pillage. All right, it takes your identity. And it says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? Because, you know, he's gonna bring them back into what? That USSR state, you know, that USSR state again, right? Soviet Union, okay? And Russia is heavily equipped with, you know, guns and tanks, all right? You know, they got a pretty strong military, actually. If you just look at their training, it's vicious, man, all right? The Spetsnaz, all right? And it says Persia, which that's Iran, all right? I forgot what year it was changed. I think it was 1935. It was changed from Persia to Iran, all right? And it says Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, right? So, hey, once they touch Iran, hey, bro, that's it, man. Hey, once they touch Iran, that's it, baby. It's gonna be Russia gonna hop in. You know, they're gonna be that guard, like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you ain't gonna touch, you know, our allies, all right? Because, hey, you know, they're part of the BRIC nations, all right? So Russia gonna hop in, be that guard, because it says it right here, Gomer and all his bands, that's Turkey, the house of Zomar, the North Quarters, all of his bands and many people with thee, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. And they're preparing for war. They're doing all these military drills, all right? And be thou a guard unto them. So like I said, once they touch Iran, Russia's gonna hop in. Like, nah, hold on, son, all right? And hey, it's gonna be on and popping right there. But first it has to be what? It has to be the implementation, all right? The mandation of the chip, all right? The karaka, okay? Which means an engraven idol, okay? Because that's what Esau wants to put into you, man, an engraven idol, man. You know, put a chip into you so he can track you, you know? So let's go to Joel. Go to Joel 3 verse 9, because again, you know, this war is gonna brew up even more, all right? You're gonna see more. Hey, once you start seeing more troops flock to the Middle East of all these different nations, oh yeah, it's on and popping. It's gonna be on and popping like quickly, all right? Before that, again, it has to be what? The implementation of the chip. Once you start seeing the chip come, because them troops, they're gonna be gathered over there first. I feel like, you know, speaking as a man, nothing's gonna pop off, but they're gonna just be gathered there, just somehow, some way, like, you know, be stationed. Just like you got these American troops going out there now, fleets going out there, all right? But you're gonna start seeing the chip come up, man, creeping up, all right? You're gonna see it on TV more, and then Esau's gonna just come down with the hammer, like, all right, yeah, y'all gotta get this. To live within our borders, to live within our 15-minute cities, all right? You gotta get down with the program, you know? We gonna elect the hopeful members he elects are the prophets. Hey, we're gonna be on the, you know, we're gonna be out of here, man. All right, we're gonna be on, you know, on the run, really. Persecution's gonna happen. All right, you see, persecution's gonna take place. We're gonna be, you know, we're gonna be on the run. All right, because it says in what 2 Ezra 16 verse 40, it says, "Be you pilgrims upon the earth, and get you ready to the battle." Because again, when this devil really cracks down, all right. Know that Revelation 12 verse 12, bring down that hammer, all right? You see all these troops out here, all these military troops, putting people in concentration camps and FEMA camps, you know, putting people to death. Hey, it's gonna be on and popping, man. Hey, but the Lord said what? Oh, it's up, man. How you doing, man? Hey, you know you a Hebrew Israelite? So I'll tell you the message, man. You a Hebrew Israelite. You see yourself in the sun? You wanna come out here, young man? You know what I'm saying? See yourself in the sun? What's your father? What nationality is your father? Black. Okay. Oh, tribe of Judah then. You know what I'm saying? You like I say, you know, or like I say, the real Hebrew Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are actually the same people. You know, so you know, we're the greatest people upon this planet, man. You know, when God shows the people, and you know, really we're in captivity because you know we disobeyed the Heavenly Father, but soon we're gonna be on top again. You know, we're gonna be the kingdom, we're gonna rule forever. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's really why I'm out here. You know, tell our people who we are. You know, again, you're not black, really, you're not African American. That was a social construct created in the 1600s, actually. It's a play on words, because when you think of black, you think of what? negativity, ugly, bad. That's really what it means. But hold on, but when you think of white, purity, good, because the white man, he labeled us as that. But really, that's not our true nationality. Because black is just a color, it's the object. You know, it's not a nation. Because the Lord in the Bible deals with nationalities. You know, so really, you know, you're a Hebrew Israelite, man. You know what I'm saying? According to your father, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, whether you believe it or not, you know, that's the truth of it.
It's a pleasure speaking.
Yeah, okay then. All right, yeah, you have a good one, man. All right, but anyways, going back to what I was saying, so, yeah, man, hey, because these concentration camps already, you know, they already here, man. All right, they're already made, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, but let's get back to the scriptures, though. All right, Joel 3 verse 9, and it reads, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, and all the men of war draw near, and let them come up." Right? Hey, because again, you know, you got all these military, these different nations doing what? Drills, military drills. All right? So they're all preparing for war. They're all being, you know, well, not all, not yet at least, but they're all going to be sent out to that Middle East, because that's going to be the hot zone, all right, for, you know, Armageddon, all right, World War III. All right, and World War III is in the talks now. Like, people look at it, some people might look at us like we're crazy, but they obviously don't watch the news, because even, you know, higher ups are saying World War III. You know, Eliyahu Shawamba just did a video, right, going into this whole, you know, Israel-Hamas war, and how they're trying to now link Iran, saying, hey, Iran must have had something to do with this. And Iran's like, hold on, we was just as surprised as you were, all right? But the dude speaking, I think he was speaking to, what's his name, Carlson Tucker, all right? I think that's his name, all right? But he was saying, like, you know, basically what they're doing, what Israel's doing is, hey, you know, if they touch Iran, all right, it's going to lead to World War III, and then Russia's going to hop in. And that's literally prophecy. It's literally prophecy, man. Because once they touch Iran, it's over, all right? So we're literally seeing the stages being set, man. And it's beautiful, because, hey, you know, we're going to be, after that, Yahweh Shah's going to come in, all right? You know, first it's going to be the chip. I got to say in order. Chip come in, mandate that, all right? Then it's going to be World War III. Then it's going to be Yahweh Shah. And then what? Destruction of America, while simultaneously the elect getting beamed up, all right? Then we're going to come back down as gods, and we're going to, you know, rule, man. All right? The earth is going to be, you know, it's going to rejuvenate. Everything's going to be good and gravy, man. All these other nations are going to be in slavery, all right? And our people are going to be on top forever, man. You see? But let's get back to that Joel 3 verse 10 now. It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong." Right, so a plowshare, a pruning hook is what? It's an agricultural device, you see? But it's basically saying, drop down, you know, invest more into military might, all right? Instead of focusing on your own economy, focus more into your military might, all right? What you see these other nations are doing. That's why you see more trades of fighter jets, tanks, you know. The biggest one is missiles, all right? You see? And it says, "Let the heathen be awakened. Come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." Right. The valley of Jehoshaphat, in the Hebrews, it's Yehoshaphat, which means Yahweh's decision. All right, because that's where he's going to send all them nations at to get judged, really. All right, when I say nations, I'm really talking about the military. All right, because again, the hot zone is going to be over there in the Middle East, so-called Middle East. Really, it's not the Middle East, it's Asia. All right, that's a new term, the Middle East. But the western part of Asia, all right, they're going to be sent over there, okay? And that's where, you know, these military is going to get judged, all right, through Yahweh Shah, you see? And it says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great." All right? And you see, Esau is the progenitor of wickedness. All right, Malachi, the first chapter, tell you that, man. How he's literally, you know, the border of wickedness, man. All right? Because you can't trust this devil, man. I don't care how nice he may, you know, perceive himself. Hey, you is Ecclesiasticus. All right, don't trust this devil at all, man. All right, because he'll, make himself look like a nice guy, but really he's cunning. All right, he wants to murder you. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And examples show you that, like in First Maccabees, man. All right, you have certain Edomites, that would lie and supplant to Jake. All right, and then what will happen? All right, they'll come in and just kill everybody. All right, you see, the Native Americans, the same thing. Esau came in with all these peace treaties, and what happened? He reneged on it. All right, he lied. And try to wipe us out, man. Tribe of Gad. You see? So he'll come humbly. He'll come like he's peaceful, but really he has agenda behind it. All right? And he's not a man of his word. And he's just an evil, fucking crafty devil, man. The word devil in itself means deceiver. All right? And it says, and go crouching. Verse 11 again. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. All right? You see? So you gotta take good heed of this devil, man. Because it's the devil for real. All right? It's the devil for real, man. You can never trust your enemy. Let me just go back in my notes. All right. So that's another thing I was gonna mention too. Cause watching that press conference with Netanyahu, all right, and they were asking me like, hey, can you do like a ceasefire? Can y'all cease? And he was like, hell no. That's an evil devil for you, man. That's a real evil devil, man. I wonder who he was when his past life. All right. That must have been the Amalekite king that, King Saul didn't try to kill. Like, I don't know. But, he was like, this is a time of war. He tried to actually quote the scriptures, which really, in all actuality, he wasn't wrong. Because this is a time of war. It ain't a time of peace. All right? But he doesn't know that the Lord is not with that devil. All right? Because they're the devil. They're imposters, man. Hey, real quick before I get Ecclesiastes, let me get that in Zechariah. Because they're not the real people, man. All right, and I'll break down the history of how they got there. All right, you gotta look up John Hyrcanus. All right, part of the Maccabee family, he's a Levite. All right, look him up. Type that in right now, John Hyrcanus. And he was the one that made them Amalekites convert to our customs, which they later called it Judaism. All right, well, look him up, John Hyrcanus. All right, and through that, through an approximate amount of time, you had Herod, which his father, Antipater, the Edomite, okay? But that's how you had the Herodians come in, all right, which they're Edomites, by the way, all right? They're not Israelites. How you doing, man? Talking about the real Hebrew Israelites, the real Hebrew Israelites are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. Oh, what was that?
I know who they are.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Just the list is a little off, but it's not like that.
Who do you think they are then?
Well, I'll just say this.
That's all good.
If they traveled across the sea, you wouldn't travel with your whole tribe to save you. Now, if you want to use the defense of the stones, the father stones that they found in Puerto Rico, you know about that?
I never heard this. What does it have Hebrew inscriptions on?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So go look at the father stones in Puerto Rico. Those are
Okay.
So when they came onto our island and all that, and their horrendous acts, of course, we know this.
Right.
So what happened was the last Taino chieftain's daughter said, if you go to that hill, you'll find our heritage.
Right.
So this priest went up there for Arawaks.
Right.
They would come out of the jungle. Now, this motherfucker went up there to the hill and found rocks. And for the longest time, they were like, we don't know what the fuck these carvings are. over 800 rocks with Hebrew writing.
Right, right.
The problem is, it's not the writing that you can say came from African slaves or the Hebrews. This
Right.
was there before our
Oh,
people.
yeah.
So now I got proof showing you the same Hebrew that King Solomon and
Right.
Noah were writing were found on my island.
Right.
Before any slave transition of any Hebrews to our island.
Right.
So that's the thing. But
So-
then you got to remember, a lot of the Egyptians who over that
Right.
time were also part of slave trade, hiding the shit, building it up.
Well, I mean, you don't think Puerto Ricans are the tribe of Ephraim? You don't think they're?
I can't.
I mean, because we are the same people, Negroes,
Well,
Latinos,
see,
and
this is
Native
my
Americans.
So, if we look at slavery, we
Right.
know with slavery they took Nigerians, Ghana,
Right.
different
And they
people
took.
from different
I
tribes.
was gonna say real quick, they took Tainos too.
Yeah.
The transatlantic slave trade.
But they took all those Africans out of there, then brought them over to us, and then
Right.
dispersed them different ways.
Right. Yeah.
It's just in human nature, the way colonies work.
Right.
We don't do that. We normally come out and either we stick together as a tribe,
Right.
and then you break off, and we can normally see semblance and traces of it.
Right.
The traces, the stuff that they claim, like I said, like this. Number one,
Yeah.
if you're a true Hebrew,
Right.
what's the first thing we're supposed to do? We're supposed to be a light to the nations.
Right. Right.
So I don't care what skin tone you are, I don't care
Yeah.
what you are. As long as you believe in the Most High like me, we're cool.
Right.
Now, if you're Christian or something else,
Right.
we might have funky beefs,
Right.
but at the end of the day, I'm supposed to be a light. I'm never
Right.
supposed to bring fright.
No, you're absolutely right. Can I let me just get this real quick because it says in the scriptures, it's all prophesied how really it was the Lord that scattered us among the different nations.
Yes.
And a lot of that was due to slavery.
But we
It-
would also be a slave upon all nations because we broke our covenant with
Right,
God.
right. Exactly. And like you just said, that's a good point you just said. It's not about skin tone. It's really about your father, determines your nationality.
Yeah.
Technically, it's through your father because he carries the sperm, the spermos,
Well, he
the
carries
genes.
the seed, but still
The
the
seed,
mother's,
yeah.
the mother's combination actually travels to you.
Yeah, I heard the mitochondria.
Technically, it's like this. If me and you come from the same mother,
Right.
we're more brothers than someone that comes from another. That's
Well-
a plain fact. We
well-
spent 9 months in the same belly.
Right.
We actually transferred certain DNAs that
Mhm.
will never be transferred if you came from a different mother.
Right. No, I heard about the mitochondria.
So,
but
that's what I'm saying.
but-
There's a
but-
reason why it's called Mother Earth.
Right.
There's a reason why they say the mother's guidance
Right.
is different to your heart.
But technically, though, I'm going with the scriptures.
Okay.
Though. But technically, like I said, the father carries the seed, which you just said. The sperm, it has this what? The sperm enters the egg. The sperm is an X and Y chromosome. The egg is just an X chromosome. So the sperm can determine your gender.
The man,
you know what I'm saying?
determines, but a lot
Yeah,
of men
right.
can produce women out the gate.
Right. So it determines your gender, but also determines your nationality. Because really, your sperm, really, that's who you are. That's really where your spirit's connected.
Well, okay.
Technically.
Well, I work with the cannabis industry.
Right.
So let me teach you about genetics.
Okay.
When it comes to genetics, I still, even if say your mother was black and your father was white, I would still have to take you, breed you with another African. Then after that, I still
Right.
have to breed it through. But the problem is, I have to go through all your brothers and sisters first and see what features, phenotypes, height,
okay.
and shit that I want.
Oh, no.
So for me to
yeah.
go back to create you to
Right.
the original, like I'm connected with Emerald Triangle Genetics. We're one of
Right.
the people who helped to create some of the biggest genes out there.
Right.
But the thing was, when we started losing our genetics, we had to go back to original African genetics, Asian
Right.
genetics,
Right.
to bring back the parts that people liked and the parts that we actually felt were good for medicine.
And I was gonna say, no, you're not wrong. I'm telling you, you're not wrong. But you're going off like the physical attributes. Really, it's the spirit. Because again, you are what your father is, but it's a spiritual thing. Like your nationality, who you are as a gender, a man,
Then isn't it-
and your past. Because I want to
Doesn't
go.
Judaism, doesn't your mother determine if you're Jewish
Now,
or from the mother?
I was just going into that. That's what the fake Jews believe. They came in with that. The Amalekites, because they got converted by John Hyrcanus, an Israelite,
Okay.
and then they switched up the whole doctrine. They tried,
I know
but
exactly
they did it on purpose though, because they know that your nationality is determined by your father. You see the sign, but yeah,
12 tribes of Israel?
yes, sir. Like I said, you're not off. You're right, but that's going with the physical attributes.
I get what
we
you're
are
saying.
you are what your father is, but it's all spiritual.
Yeah, I
Because
just-
really our spirit goes back it's from the heavens.
Who you, Black Hebrew Israelite?
Not black Hebrew Israelites, just Hebrew Israelites, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because we all come in different shades and colors, but this our nationalities are so-called the bywords that they gave us right here on this on this side, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because you got Israelites, you can have Israelite that look like a so-called white person. Because I was just telling him it's a spiritual thing. Because our forefathers were sleeping around with different women of different nations.
Where do you get this idea from?
Well, it comes from the Bible. It's not my idea. Really,
Where
Where does the Bible say that Issachar is Mexicans or?
Well, it's in the scriptures though.
Only reason why I asked you, brother, is because, like I said, I'm of Puerto Rican descent.
Right.
I study Latin and African history.
Right.
So knowing where my people come from out of the jungles and what we've done.
Right.
I mean, the Spaniards even documented that my people have had greater civilizations than Africa and the jungles.
Yeah. But you just said that they had Hebrew scriptures though. So I just
I'm saying on the Puerto Rican islands they found stones with ancient Hebrew.
Right.
That we can now say that doesn't come from slavery. That means
that's
that Judaism at some time did hit the ocean. So we know for a fact that somebody who was Jewish showed up in the
No, it wasn't that. It was actually y'all that took that over there. Because right here in this book, the Apocrypha, if you go to 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, it tells you how we came over here on ships. Because we escaped out of the Syrian captivity back in 724 BC.
I got my DNA test done. My shit comes straight out of the motherfucking Amazon, my dude.
Yeah, it can go
like, nigga, I am straight. I've been to Peru. I've been in the jungles and played in cocaine fields as a kid and did the whole hunting thing like a real nigga should. I'm telling you real nigga shit.
But
like I'm not
I feel you though, but sometimes that genetics is not accurate because they go off migration and
but still, my DNA showed exactly everything my grandfather told me. We come from these jungles. Our people study the moon and the stars. We don't believe in the lies of Europeans because these are the people who came to take our shit from us. They took our religion. They burned our books. They burned our stories and everything. So we had to keep it with the mouth. Now we're finding out through science that some of this shit's actually fucking true. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to that, I always say, you can't. It's just hard for someone to be like the Levi's. I know actual Levi's. Trust me. Haitians are not motherfucking Levi's.
That's a priest tribe.
That's a priest tribe. I know a gang of Haitians, and there's a lot of voodoo on that shit. Trust me.
No, but of course our people they started to be wicked. They started to turn to wickedness.
Yeah, but the problem is this: Haiti is also part of what island? The same island.
The Dominicans, I know.
Okay, so we know these people are all the same. How are we gonna chop them into two
stories? I'm telling you, that goes into scripture. I was just gonna get it.
So we're going off
tribe.
my
question is
I'm gonna get your tribe.